So in California, there's a homeless problem so bad that people have made makeshift boats and they've gone out into the bay and they're living on the boats. And I think we have a clip on this. Let's hear it.
In the San Francisco Bay Area, the housing crisis has become so severe that some have adopted a novel solution. They're living on boats, and not quaint boats off Sausalito or yachts. According to the Wall Street Journal, about 100 people are living on a ragtag flotilla of barges, sailboats, and other vessels the paper describes as, quote, decrepit. They aren't all vagrants. Some hold jobs. One woman bought a boat for $15,000 because rent for her studio apartment had grown to $3,000 a month. Do the math, it'll pay for itself in less than half a year. It might sound like an adventure, but it's also third world. Just like tent camps, most boats are not designed to be lived on permanently. During storms, they can endanger lives and cause damage, huge amounts of damage. These flotillas are illegal, by the way, but it's like exploding housing prices. Bay Area government doesn't seem very interested in it or serious about fixing it.
And guys, here we're talking about how America's large cities are run by Democrats and have been for many generations, and they just keep getting dumber and dumber the way they're running these cities. Because they'd rather bring in illegal immigrants and give them housing and give them assistance. Meanwhile, we have a population that's already here that is in trouble for a variety of reasons, and they're not addressing that at all. So these folks have made their makeshift boats, and they're living on the bay, and obviously they're bathing in the bay, and they're going to bathroom there as well.
This is sad. It's like a population left behind, and I think it's an indicator from, like, you got these people that are running, the politicians that are running these cities and states. I mean, California being one. This is in California, right? So we got one of the highest tax states. They got all this revenue coming in, and they're more focused on expanding different types of entitlements to gain voters. So let me throw money this way because these people are going to vote for me if I keep doing that. Instead, you got all these people that don't have, you could argue that the three basic human rights, right? Food, water, shelter. Like, these people don't have shelter. Like, one of the three, and we're worried about all these other different types of entitlements. And
well said, Andrew.
It's crazy.
Man, that's perfect. That's exactly
what are
right.
they spending money on?
There's an example of San Francisco's own worst enemy. There's a Vice special talking about Skid Row and how Skid Row is like the homeless mecca of San Francisco. It's relatively cheap, speaking San Francisco terms. And there's been this long family-owned laundromat. The owner wanted to tear down the laundromat and build an apartment building with like 400 to 500 units that would be low cost and everything like that. But then San Francisco city ordinances say, "Oh, you're casting shadow into a school playground next door," when it was like only like a corner with a tree there on the school playground property, and saying, "Oh, it's going to cause noise with the construction. Can't do this. It's going to be environmentally impactful." And it's like, wait, we're trying to figure out what's going on here.
So let me ask you something. Why doesn't the media ever call out Nancy Pelosi as being responsible for this, or any California politicians?
Feinstein's San Francisco.
They clearly, the state is run by Democrats, right?
Yep.
It's controlled the state legislature, the governor, the state senators. The majority of their representatives in the House of Representatives are Democrats, and they tend to be very left Democrats. Why doesn't the media ever say, "Hey, look, you guys are in charge. Why don't you fix this problem first?"
Doesn't matter. I don't think it matters if the media, I mean, first, most media is skewed left anyways, right? But even if the right-wing media is calling them out, it doesn't matter, because if they keep expanding entitlements, they're finding new things to, gain people's support. It's like appeasing. It's like, well, if I give you this pot of money, they won't care for a little bit.
And they see votes.
Absolutely.
They see votes, and that's why they don't want that Census 2020 question.
Hey everybody, this is Mark Fisher with Mark and the Millennials. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel.